it's been a year since Ntombi Emnyama has been released. I know. So I just wanted to continue with sharing the journey, basically, to just tell you how it has went with releasing it, promoting it, registering it for myself, and just, giving you the journey of an independent artist, of course, whilst doing my makeup. So come along. So I have my notes here of what the first video of my journey was all about, what my plans were, and what I was basically planning to do for myself and for my EP. And they were quite simple. Plan number 1, I had to find a distributor, and I did, and I told you guys it was FYVE. Plan number 2 was that I had to register all 3 of my songs on CMOs, on all 3 South African CMOs. And then the last one was to post a bunch of reels so that I can promote my EP. So let's talk about FYVE, right? FYVE is a South African distribution company. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can go to my video that I posted about the first video about my journey. So how I'm finding FYVE so far? Somewhat happy, somewhat. There's things that could be improved, things that I could like to have as an independent artist in this platform. So first things first, and this is like true, nah? I'm not getting paid to talk about FYVE or anything. It's just something I found and it's something I just used, right? So everything I'm telling you is really just my experience. It's my opinion. No one has told me to say anything, just so you know. So I obviously chose FYVE as my distributor. I put my songs in there. You know what's nice about FYVE is that it's very easy to just put your song there. They made the platform easy for you to put stuff there. What you just need is to just make sure you have everyone's name, right? Everyone's name who is in the song. You don't want to get into any legal battles with anybody, And then thankfully for Ntombi Emnyama, it was really just 2 people. Really, it was me and DJ Colorblind, right? So I had to go ask for his name, his like straight up name, because in the music industry, you know each other as our stage names, and then it's time for you to put the metadata, and it's time for you to register the song, and you don't know who the person's name is. So I had to go and I asked him for everything, and thank goodness we also discussed the percentage of how much we're sharing of the song, right? And it was 50-50. It was because it was just the 2 of us, and he's such a good person. He doesn't take percentages that are like crazy, unlike other people that I've worked with. It's easy to fill in everything. It's really pretty much easy. They tell you, okay, cover art wanted to be this size, I think that's what I like about FYVE. Everything is so easy to get through. I use the yearly package, the 600 Rand yearly package. If you pay 600 Rand for FYVE, you can release, you can do everything for the entire year, from the date that you paid to the next year of that date. So if you paid in March, your subscription will end in March next year. Coolio. So I did all that. What's nice, they give you a pre-save link for your Spotify so that people can go and pre-save. I did not understand the importance of pre-save link, but when I had to release my EP, I had to go research, and it's actually pretty important to let Spotify know that there are people who are eager to see your song. It's just, and also just letting people know that your song is coming soon. You know what I mean? So it's a good tool to have. It's a good thing to have. Also, it notifies people when your song is out, just in case people forgot to go to, she's releasing on the 8th of April, and Spotify will let you know, let that person who has clicked on the pre-save link know that ingoma seyiphumile or the EP is out. Coolio. That's nice of FYVE. What I also found that was nice about FYVE is that they give you the ISRC code, right? So you need the ISRC code like for almost anything and everything. Like if you're going to submit your song on radio, you need your ISRC code. If your song is going to play it at a restaurant that pays money for using other people's songs, which every restaurant should, by the way, you need ISRC code so that they can identify your song. It's basically like an ID for your song. If your song if you don't have ISRC code, they can't really track your song. You know, it's like an ID for your song. Same way we have an ID to be recognized by the government and everything, right? Yeah, it's like a kind of passport number or ID for your song. Cool. I appreciated that because before releasing my EP, I thought that I had to go pay what you call this, RISA, to give me an ISRC code. And D5 just gives you an ISRC code. And I was so excited that I don't have to deal with that, because RISA, it's more money on top of the money that you've already paid to distribute. You know what I mean? It was just, I was glad that we have ISRC code. That's what I enjoyed about FYVE. Yeah, but obviously there's stuff about FYVE that I feel like, you know, we're a bit off. I think one of my concerns with FYVE, the first one, is that you can't really see where the streams are coming from. Like, what I mean is, for me, last year alone, I released 2 EPs and a single, right? I released Ntombi Emnyama, the 3-song EP. I released Playing With My Life, another 3-song EP. Then I released Itanda, which was a amapiano single. When they're showing you the streams that you got for the month or for the entire process of you having been released, them, they're showing all the streams together. So you can't really pinpoint which, okay, I got like 50 streams from Ntombi Emnyama. I got like 20 streams from Playing With My Life. You know what I mean? So I feel like if they could at least be able to show all of that. So the only way I was able to see where the streams were really coming from, I had to go to Spotify for artists, and check which song was the highest, which project was getting the highest streams. Also, I'd have to go on YouTube Music, because I don't have a YouTube for artists. I don't have a YouTube for artists channel yet. I haven't reached 1,000 streams on like one song. I've reached for the entire EP, but not on one song. So I don't know if I should claim for now, but also I tried to claim, but I couldn't. Like, FYVE couldn't help me, because unlike Spotify, where you can just really claim it's easy to claim your artist account. On YouTube, it's not as easy. Like, your distributor must help you with all of those things, and FYVE wasn't able to help, because I don't know, I didn't even understand. I sent them an email and they said that, oh, it's a commercial channel, you know, like, I think that means you can't own it or anything like that. I don't know what that means. I'm still going to search through. But yeah, that's also another thing that I found a bit off. But other than that, what else? Another thing with FYVE now is that my subscription had ended, and I wanted to see what that means, you know, like what happens when you have paid for something, release some stuff, and then your subscription ends. And shame, what I found really unfair, but I mean, it's business at the end of the day, is that soon as your subscription ends, you no longer can see the updates. You can't see that EP that you paid for to release. How is it doing? They're not giving you updates anymore. I don't even know if they're going to update the money that you've made for the month, because they would update my money every month, but for April I didn't see any movement. So I don't know if it's because I didn't get enough streams, or if it's because my subscription has ended. So I don't know what that is about, but I checked that if you want to see updates, they charge you to see updates for 30 Rand a month, which I feel is just so unfair, because like, you're working with independent artists, people who are barely making any money, and now you want them to pay. Like, they've already paid for the entire project. I feel like the least that they can do is give updates, you know. But then I guess you have to pay for that. Maybe it takes money to update. You know what? Late stages of capitalism, it's happening. We have to pay for like literally everything. I feel like as a gift to the artists, especially if somebody is going to pay for the annual package, I feel like the least you can do is at least give them the updates. But yeah, they have that. I didn't know that they had that. I didn't know what happens when your subscription finishes, but mine finished, and I'm really now thinking if I should continue with FYVE or what. I get it. But good news is that I did see money coming into my account. Like I did see royalties, and it was my first time seeing royalties, like seeing money, making money from my own music. It was not a lot, guys. I feel like the first month that I saw royalties, I had made R2, R2.50 or something like that. And then every month it just kept going up by cent, by rand, you know, 3 rand, 4 rand, 5 rand, 7 rand. You know, it kept going, and I made it up to 13 rands for the whole entire year. And that's over 2,000 streams. I don't know, I can't say they all come from Ntombi Emnyama, but majority, probably 90% streams come from Ntombi Emnyama. Over 2,000 streams, I got 13 rands. So that should tell you how the streaming works. And I was kind of like bummed out, you know what I mean? But I entered this program, this music program, Baseline Live Music Lab, and basically they made it clear, the people there from the industry, that streaming is more like a marketing tool than an income, like a revenue stream. It's less of a revenue stream, but more of a kind of promotional thing. Basically what that means is that that's not where the most money is to make as an artist in South Africa and around the world. Basically musicians make money from performing, not streams. Although yes, streams you do get money, but it is very small. Nonetheless, I'm not complaining, because at least I got to see my music getting something, you know. I think that has been amazing to see. But when it comes to performing, I performed a lot last year. I think I performed more than I've ever performed. And mind you, I was in the middle of my honors year in my music degree. But I pushed, guys. I really pushed to perform, to let people know about this thing. I really was in and out. In fact, I've been performing Ntombi Emnyama's song since 2022, before it was even released. So I've been reluctant on performing, because also I love performing. Like, I am such a performer. You can't make me stop performing. So I mean, any chance I got, like, I'd go on the internet and check if there's any open mics, check if they're not looking for any artists to perform, check if there's no competitions where I can go and you know, perform my stuff. And there was a competition. I did the Music X Battle of the Best competition. I came second place. The video is on my YouTube channel if you want to see it. It is there. I went to so many places around Bram, because I lived in Bram address there, to perform. I even got to perform for a paying gig, because most of the time I'm just doing free performances just to promote my EP. I even got a paying gig, guys. I got a paying gig. I performed my original music. It was so great. Like, great things happen when you really just go out there. You shouldn't wait for people to call you or to ask you to. Just ask people, call, do something for your music, to promote your music. And yeah, because also that's where money is. It's in performing. The money is in performing, so the quicker you understand that, the better for you. Right, obviously another thing that I said I was going to do for my EP is register them on all CMOs, South African CMOs. That's Samro, Kapaso, and Sampra. I did, but okay, so with Samro, I did apply for Ntombi Emnyama and them and the rest, and the 2 other songs. Remember, it's Ntombi Emnyama, Suns Down and Remind Me. But don't shoot me. For Capasso and Sampro, I only did Ntombi Emnyama, the song. I didn't register the entire EP. Yeah, but for Capasso and Sampra, I only did Ntombi Emnyama, the song. That's because with Sampra, I was already a member, so I just put the songs in there. But with Capasso and Sampra, what I first had to do is register as a member and get in. So whilst I was still waiting, I got impatient, and I at some point I forgot, because also I was busy with my degree, busy with my research. I forgot to put the other songs. But recently I have went back there. I went in last month in March. I went to check what's going on. Yes, I am a member for both Sampra and Capasso. And yes, I have registered the other remaining songs, including the songs from the EP that came after Ntombi Emnyama. So now I'm just waiting for them to approve and put them in the list. Capasso sends the list of songs that have been registered, thank goodness, because with Samro, I don't even know if it's there or if it's not. So I just put it there and I apply and I put everything that I have to do. But I just, yeah, they're just there. But with Capasso, they see that, oh, these new members have come into Capasso, so that's nice. Yeah, so that's what's happening with the CMOs for now. So basically, I've done quite a lot of learning concerning the CMOs, South African CMOs. Also with the program that I joined early this year, has made things clear, because people from Sampra came to talk about Sampra. I even have their book actually. Yeah, to come talk about Sampra and tell us what it's all about. It's actually a good South African CMO, but yeah, I guess right now I just have to have the ball rolling for streams and to get out there, you know, with the EP. And I think the hardest part about being an artist really is just believing in yourself and having the will to continue to go on, because it gets really tough when you've put your entire mind and soul into a project and you're not getting as much streams. And then you start to compare yourself with artists that have a whole team behind them, and you don't have any whole team, and you don't even have money to even do more promotional stuff, you know. So I think after releasing a song, it's more about patience, and just you keep working, you guys. Like keep pushing. Don't let, you know, small streams discourage you from continuing to do your thing, you know what I mean? Like continue to do your thing, man, and then whatever happens. So basically what I did, promotion side, I was part of a magazine article. Basically how I found that article, there was this follower of mine who just followed me, and she was also a singer. I like to check my followers. Like people follow me, I go on their social media, check. Sometimes you find that it's artist, and she was an artist and a singer. And then I found out that she was part of this magazine article. I looked at her profile, I was like, okay, music is cool and stuff, but my music is also cool. Maybe I could score this interview. And I did, because it was just simple. You just talk to the editor, send them a DM, and then they just talk back to you. And you see, it's just more about advocating for yourself. You have to continue to advocate for yourself, guys, no matter what happens, no matter how things make you feel like, oh, maybe I'm not a good artist, blah 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 blah. You should not speak badly upon your music, if anything, because once you start to go on that route, it's hard to come out. Trust me, I've been there. Yeah, another thing, I've been part of an interview and performance from Vadisi, which is an artist platform for all types of art, you know. Although there I did not perform Ntombi Emnyama, but I did perform Playing With My Life. One of the songs from Playing With My Life, I performed Soft Life. Yeah, I mean, just, it's all about advocating for yourself, going for open mics, you know, just trying to find your audience. It's hard to find your audience, to build your audience. I'm struggling with it still. I think that's part of the most toughest part about being an independent artist, is finding your audience. Because at least if you had a team, they'll see where they can fit you and see which opportunities can fit for you. But when you're independent, you're kind of just stumbling around all over the place. So good luck with all that. If you're thinking of being an independent artist, it's tough, but it's doable. Another thing I want to say is that being an independent artist is really trial and error. Like, you're going to just do stuff, do mistakes, and then fix them. But what's nice about being an independent artist is that you don't have like a huge fan base watching you make mistakes. At least you have that small community watching you make mistakes and grow with you. And I think that's the nicest thing about being an independent artist, you know? Like, you grow with these people that are small, and you are allowed space to make mistakes, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons to everything, right? Oh, don't you just love glitter? Ooh. Anywho, I guess right now all I can do is simply just, you know, find a way forward, see what I can do for this EP, because again, as an independent artist who has not had a lot of streams or a big, you know, fan base or anything like that, our songs are always new until there's like a lot of streams. Like, I don't know where I saw this on Instagram, because I'm that person who's like, oh, it's been a year, so that means the song is done, it's done and dusted. But that's not true. As independent artists, our songs are new forever, really, until we found people that like it, until we found success. So basically what now has to be done is to find a way forward on how to get my fan more supported. I don't want to say fans. I don't like calling people fans. I don't know, it's just my thing. Yeah, but I'm finding just more people enjoy my music. I did a lot, guys. I even did what you call this, cutouts. Like, I did cutouts with the QR codes to my EP. Guys, I worked for this thing. Like, I did what I could, what was in my power to do, you understand? With the little budget that I didn't even have a budget for Ntombi Emnyama. So much, just if I had money, I just was like, let me just do it. So I guess right now it's just looking forward to that and seeing what you can do with little that you have. And it's even tougher right now for me because, you know, I was an NSFAS student, and those funds used to help me even with my EP. Like, I'd put aside some money for my EP, you know what I mean? But now it's back to the drawing board. And, you know, as independent artists, we must sometimes, you know, have to go on and find a 9-to-5 that will help us fund our dreams. Unfortunately, that's where I am at since I have graduated. What I can just say is that I wish I could do a music video for at least Ntombi Emnyama alone. You know what I mean? At least just Ntombi Emnyama, and then the rest we shall find a way forward somehow. But if I could possibly do a music video for Ntombi Emnyama, that would be insane for me, because I've never really gotten a music video out before. So just reaching those heights, you know, just finding new heights to reach. That's what I'm looking forward to right now. And for the video, I have such great I have such great ideas. Like, I want dark girls. I want us to just be like a unit, like togetherness. I want, when you watch the video, I want to feel the togetherness. I want to see beautiful dark shades of black in different girls. Budget, but oh well. Overall, I'm just really excited with what I was able to do with what I got. And basically what I want to say as the last thing is that please stream my EP, share my EP, do stuff, you know, help a girl out. And then if you're an artist and you're watching this, keep going. It's hard to keep going when you don't have the resources, when you don't have the team, when you don't have much support going on for you. But that doesn't mean that you have to stop. Yeah, so that's year one of Ntombi Emnyama. I don't know if this is going to be an annual thing. Hopefully, if the EP keeps growing, it's going to be an annual thing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace and love.